Well, coming up this weekend is the Snowball, benefiting the OK Foster Wishes. Joining us to tell us all about it, Lisa Feist, Cami Stinson, and the man who's wandering around the background, Mr. Aaron Squirrel, taking care of some phone needs. Ladies, great to see you.
Thanks. Thanks for having us.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Cami with the love skirt on, dressed appropriately. And there's Mr. Aaron Squirrel back there. Aaron, how are you, sir?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing all right. Cami is performing this weekend at the Snowball. I think she'll perform a song after this interview along with Mr. Squirrel. Lisa, when we last spoke, we were heading into the Christmas season, the holidays, and you had the wish lists. Give us a recap. How'd that go?
Yeah, it was a great year. We were a little concerned with the way the economy was,
Sure.
and people were concerned about the election and all that, but once again, Oklahoma came together and we served almost 6,000 kids in foster care in Oklahoma. We linked the community with an opportunity to request their wish list, and then they go out and shop and fill that wish list and bring it back. We've got some big warehouses and lots of volunteers to help get those all distributed. So
Well,
it was
you
a
were
great
hustling.
year.
I remember seeing the photos of like day by day. Here's Lisa with this truck. Here's Lisa with this
I was
truck.
driving like 26-foot trucks by myself.
Did you feel good about that?
Yes,
Now
I
you
have
got
to
an
tell you, it
additional
was
skill.
very empowering. Yes.
Did you take the UPS route of nothing but right turns, or were you like?
Oh no, only right turns. Yes, no, I was not trying to cross traffic in that big thing.
You mentioned 6,000 kids. What is the number these days?
So typically each year, we've done this was our 11th year to serve kids in foster care with Christmas gifts in the community. And typically we serve about 80% of the children in foster care. A lot of the families are able to provide for them, and so they don't request a wish list for that child. But this year there were so many cuts in child services, and I think across the board, that I think the families really were in more need, and we served closer to 90%.
Wow.
So there's approximately 7,500 children in foster care currently. The number fluctuates with children being reunified or being adopted, and then also new incoming kids. So it's really hard to know day to day.
How does that work out when someone donates and, hey, here's Dave on the list, and they requested this, now I've got, do you see them coming back? Do they connect with?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things. Usually during Christmas, we have some families that have sent us pictures of different ways that they celebrate that child. They might create an ornament with that child's name on it and the
Cool.
year. There's one family that they've done it every year, and this was their 11th year, and they send us this picture with their tree with 11 kids, and it says OK Foster Wishes in the year. And then a lot of times, usually when it starts warming up, people are getting kind of out of that January and cold and funk, but usually around March, we start getting phone calls, and they're like, I can't stop thinking about Sarah, who was 8 and wanted a Dora, and how else can we get involved? And there's a lot of ways. It's not the only option to foster or adopt. There's, we have a graduation party coming up in May that will be helping connect the community with those youth that are aging out that didn't
Gotcha.
have a forever family that they connected with, and so we want to celebrate those kids. Just the stats are so that 50% of kids in foster care ever graduate high school, and because they get moved around so much is the main reason. So the ones that do complete high school, we really want to celebrate, and they're amazing kids. We get information on them about what their achievements were and then their next 5 years plans, and we've had everything from like a kid going to West Point to another one that had a full scholarship with the Philadelphia Philharmonic. It was just amazing youth that come through there, and so people can be involved in that too.
She's Lisa Feist with OK Foster Wishes, the website okfosterwishes.org for more information. Sticking with a holiday theme, back during the holidays, Cami Stinson, you wrote a song called Home. What motivated you to participate and get creative with some holiday songs?
It was actually a gift it was going to be for the Snowball, then we postponed the event, and then I ended up being able to kind of connect it to some other foster communities. One, Kalia Park down in Sulphur, but I was just trying to kind of give a push right during the time. I know this sounds terrible, when everyone's really emotional
Sure.
and feeling the family. I wanted to kind of get in their hearts and maybe open their minds to potentially being a foster parent at some time or adopting a kid. So I wrote a song that was called Bring Me a Home for Christmas, and it was just about all that the kid really wants is a loving family, and you can still download that for free on SoundCloud, but that was what that was to raise awareness for that issue.
And you can speak to some of that need, but from what do these foster kids need? You mentioned home. I'm assuming home is the appropriate word there. That's
Yeah.
really what they're looking for.
All right,
Or
so
that's really what the need is.
I was adopted out of DHS, so was my brother in Oklahoma, and all that those kids need is the same thing that every other kid's need. You don't have to be rich. The song even talks about that, but you don't need to be like a traditional family. The kids just need a safe, loving, secure place to live where they can really like be their own person and grow, and you can nurture that. You don't have to be any particular kind of person. You just have to go through the process, which I haven't, but go through the process to do that, and the kid just really needs a loving, safe environment, and that's it.
What are some of the, speaking from that perspective of a foster kid, what are some of the fears and what are some of the joys?
So I wasn't actually in foster. I was adopted as a baby.
Okay.
So I'm not able to speak on the going through the system, but I can say that now being an adult and a woman that's married and like of childbearing age, I have a lot of friends that talk a lot about, having kids, and I've been in conversations that people didn't realize I'd been part of the system, and they were very well educated, responsible people that had great families, and they start talking about foster kids, and every single time someone in that conversation brings up, well, you've got to be careful. You never know what you're going to get. You might get a kid that's addicted to drugs. You just never know. Like a kid's going to show up on your doorstep in a box. You open it up and it's a surprise, and then your kid's messed up. Like that's not how it works. But
So then in the back of your mind, some red flags there, your response would then be?
yeah, and so then my response, usually I just stay out of things. I think, well, I need to speak up because that's not really how things are. And I say, I was actually adopted, and I was put up for adoption through DHS, and most people think, well, I can only get a good baby or a good kid through private adoptions because that's safe, and that's just not true. These kids aren't any different than any other kids that you would have. They just don't have the same loving homes that your kid does.
At the end of the day, Lisa, we're talking about humans, right? And these are
Yes.
humans who need a chance and need a home.
Yeah, and it's Foster Wishes. We do a lot of things to support the homes that do take care of the children. So the Christmas gifts are just a way to kind of ease that burden for families that are already doing so much to love these kids who are in the most difficult time of their life in this transition time. So we love getting to do that at Christmas and graduation, and we have other opportunities to serve during the year.
And speaking of opportunities, this Saturday is the Snowball, and what can people expect there?
Yeah, we're really excited. We had the Manor at Coffee Creek has donated their facility.
Cool.
It's a beautiful, beautiful event center out on Highway 74 in Coffee Creek. There's it looks like a big horse ranch, and they have it all just beautiful big crystal chandeliers, and it's going to be a great night. And then we of course have the most talented girl in Oklahoma City. Cami Stinson's going to be performing for us.
Maybe the most excited and invested.
We're really excited
counts.
about Cami too. So,
Cool.
It's going to be a great night with a lot of great music. We'll have some other performers there. Maybe there's that will be helping and participating.
I'm an ACM student coming to perform. Several ACM students have volunteered to be part of the night and help and perform and things like that.
It's
and
really
they're
a
excited.
community effort. Also, Benjamin Coffin, who graduated from Le Cordon Bleu, is going to be
Chef Coffin bringing the
Chef
food.
Coffin is doing the food. Yes. Now it's going to be a surprise for us, but
What are you expecting? What do you think it'll
I just
be?
told him nothing weird. No bones sticking out of the soup or anything. I don't know. He's
Cameron's
very
hoping for
creative.
weird.
It's always delicious, so I'm excited about it. It should be a great meal.
I was joking with Lisa, he's going to show up with a tray of sandwiches.
Ben
That
is
would be
awesome. His food is amazing.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
he's really talented. And his sister, Mary Coffin, is doing the dessert. And she has a food truck that's called, it's not Shut Up and Eat It, but it's, darn
If
it.
it's not that big,
I
it's got a
forgot.
name for it.
It's
Mary
something,
did have-
I don't know whatever you want, or what do people say when they go, where do you want to eat?
Wherever you want.
wherever you want. It's something like that. Oh, darn it, Mary, I'm sorry. I promise I'll.
It's Mary Coffin though, and
Yes.
their food is amazing. Like that'd be enough reason to go.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We'll have great silent auction items, a lot of fun, and just a lot of great things to support. Way that you can have fun, have a great night, dress up. We're asking everybody to wear winter white-ish colors. You can go metallic. I'm wearing a pale blue today, so that was kind of like my hint to everybody. It doesn't have to be white, but
Guys can just wear like a white shirt and
Yeah.
slacks. Like they don't have to get a white tux. It's really, it's chill. It's a fun. It's
gonna
not
be a great
stuffy
event.
at all.
No, this is not.
Some good
This
advice
is
there from
Oklahoma
Cami, because
Gala.
guys are like, I don't know what this means. What does this mean for me? So that's
You
good
have
to
a
hear.
white shirt
Yeah.
and
You have a white
pants.
shirt.
You have
and you show
pants.
up.
If you don't have a white shirt and pants, go buy that. You need that in your wardrobe.
All right, so the snowball, the information there is, it is this Saturday, February 18th, as she mentioned. The Manor at Coffee Creek in Edmond starts at 7 p.m. And all joking aside, though, money raised there goes towards.
To support the efforts of Foster Wishes year-round. So there's different overhead costs that we have, and when we have to rent trucks, those 26-foot trucks that we drive around, printing costs, the graduation party, just all of those. It just keeps the effort going year-round so that we can be able to have that opportunity for the community to get the wish lists and to participate in the graduation party.
And I believe you said a limited number of tickets may still be available.
Yes, I think we're down to less than 100. I need to go and recheck that and count, but we hope everybody will get online. You can get on Facebook and look for the event, or go to Eventbrite and look for the event there and get tickets.
Very good. Before I let you ladies go, and good job there.
thank
Paige has the information right there. Cami, where can we find more music from you, and what will we be hearing from you here in just a second?
We are going to do some songs off my new album, and the band's name is Vasti. It's a family name. And they're both love songs in the tradition of Valentine's Day.
Very nice.
So one is called Here With You. We might do a mashup. We never know till we get here what we're going to play. Here With You and Love Will Survive. But you can go to vasti.com, VASTYE, or find it on iTunes.
Lisa, final words. How can people help out throughout the year with the Foster Wishes?
Yeah, so we communicate a lot with our community through Facebook, social media. So if you'll get on and follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Like I said, we've got the graduation party coming up, and we'll be doing something fun in July, kind of a Christmas in July, but we're not quite giving all the details on that yet. So something to look forward to.
Good tease right there. She's Lisa Feist with OK Foster Wishes. Again, okfosterwishes.org. And now we will hear from Cami Stinson and Aaron Squirrel.
This is Love Will Survive, kind of mashup between Love Will Survive and Here With You off our album from Vasti. Happy Valentine's Day. Taking our place in the world, here in the night, you and me facing the world, love will survive, love will survive. Everything's changed in the world. We'll do what's right. You and me facing the world. Love will survive. Love will survive. We'll take our place in the world. We'll take our place. We'll take our place in the world. Love will survive. Love will survive. Love will survive. Love will survive. held my place for a minute. I knew that there was just something more in this. You came around at exactly the right time. You said the words and you meant it. I don't look back, I just know we're really in this. You stick around and we'll always do things right. 'Cause now I know what love is here with you. Here with you. Every song is sweeter. Life is easier here with you. Here with you. Here